Good day, everyone. This is the second part of errors and the correction of errors, but this is actually the sixth group of adjusting entries that I've already discussed the first part, and hopefully you have already seen. In that particular first part, I actually mentioned that the errors discussed there were more on omissions and their impact, just in case if those omitted adjusting journal entries are not made. For this one, in this particular session, these are really erroneous journal entries that need to be adjusted. So the adjustments are basically the ones that would correct those errors, hence the term correction of errors. Now, these errors here are to be corrected as at the end of the accounting period, of course. So that's how we do that. Adjusting journal entries, if I haven't mentioned, will be made at the end of the accounting period. So for example, end of a calendar year, that's December 31 of a certain year, of course. Now, these adjusting entries here are actually also made with respect to simple errors that we have encountered or we have made. So these errors are not those yet that we can actually see or have in higher accounting. So you will meet in third year level, for example, financial accounting part 3 or intermediate accounting part 3, in which that will be discussed exhaustively. All right. For this point in time, I'm going to lift the book of Lopez as our source. So hopefully you can actually see this, although this is not of good quality. Now, for correction of erroneous journal entry, clearly the journal entry made was incorrect or inaccurate or erroneous. Hence, there's a need for us to correct that in a form of an adjusting entry. Now, for omitted transaction in part 1, if that is omitted, what we can do is very simple. All we have to do is to record what has been omitted. But for erroneous, that's going to deal with some analysis. Okay, so you'll get what I mean. Case number 1 is wrong charging of account. So this means that the account title or titles used, it's possible that there will be 2 or more errors for the account titles used in recording of transactions. So example, the company bought computers and typewriters on account of 250,000. Clearly, this is going to be a debit supposedly to office equipment and credit to accounts payable because it is on account at 250,000. This is the correct entry. Assuming that the company accountant or whoever is in charge recorded the said transaction like this. So debit office furniture and fixtures 250,000 and credit accounts payable. Now, if we compare the wrong entry and the correct entry or vice versa, we can notice that the credit side here is the same as here. So meaning this is a correct account title. The debit side, if we compare, are different. So this is the correct one and this is the wrong one. How do we correct this? How do we make an adjusting entry? It's going to be simple. Whatever was done correctly, that remains. Do not touch it. Do not impair it. And whatever is wrong will have to be removed. And what has not been recognized should be recognized. So that's why for office equipment, we have to debit it because it was not recorded here in the wrong entry prepared. And the office furniture and fixtures, which was recorded and shouldn't be recorded, is to be closed. Hence, credit to office furniture and fixtures of 250,000. Okay, so I hope that is clear. And in this case, by this correcting entry, the office furniture and fixtures is closed. It becomes 0, recognizing office equipment because of the adjusting entry, and the accounts payable remains the same because it is correct. So in this effect, overall, it is as if we made the correct entry. All right, so this is for the first case wherein we wrongly charge a certain account or we wrongly charge certain account titles. Because again, it's possible that you have multiple errors there or account titles. Now for case 2, it's going to be on the amounts. correct charging of accounts. So account titles are correct, but the amounts are in error. Well, for case 3, supposedly, but this is the ending, it should be combinations of the two, because it's also possible that we are going to commit two errors, the account titles and the amounts, and that is a reality in real life situation. Anyway, to simplify the discussions, this is just isolated on the sense that it's simply errors on the amounts or values. So here's the transaction. The company bought various supplies on account 5,300. So without looking at the discussions, can you determine what should be the correct entry? So it should have been debit to supplies or supplies inventory. And then we have to credit accounts payable at 5,300, which was the wrong, but the correct is 3,500. Anyway, so this could be misleading. The correct amount should have been 3,500. All right. So anyway, it should have been bought various supplies on account 3,500 and the error is 5,300. Okay, so the correct is, well, what should have been the correct entry? It's not here, but the correct, I repeat, is supplies inventory of 3,500 and accounts payable of 3,500, which means that we overstated both account titles because we recorded a 5,300 amount. If you can recall in the discussion for trial balance, actually this is a case of the so-called transposition error, wherein we change or interchange the digits. So we interchanged actually 5 and 3. Instead of 3, 5, we have written it or recorded it at 5, 3. This means that we have to reduce accounts payable by the difference. Normally, if it is a transposition error, the difference is divisible by 9, right? So this is divisible by 9, 1,800 for sure. You can use your calculators then. So we have to deduct accounts payable by 1,800, and we are going to deduct also supplies inventory by the same amount. And after we make this particular correcting entry, the amounts will reflect, of course, the corrected value. So supplies inventory will be at 3,500 and accounts payable also will be 3,500. All right. So that is for case 2. And as what I've said, it's also, again, possible that we will have 2 or more combinations of errors. But then if you know the concepts and we actually understand or you understand what you or us doing, then in that case, we'll be able to get the desired adjusting entries. And by the way, correcting entry is, of course, the adjusting entry. It's just that correcting entry is used because this is on correction of errors. All right. So hopefully you've learned something, guys, from this session. This is the end really for adjusting entries. Thank you very much and God bless us all.